Live breaking news, Nez Nation. The Georgia State Court of Appeals has hereby canceled the Fani Willis oral arguments to be heard on December 5th in her disqualification in the Georgia State election interference case against President Donald Trump and 18 other co-defendants. We've been covering this case for a very, very long time. And then the fake Don Juan Merchan has adjourned sentencing in the Trump sham hush money trial in New York. This is a huge day in the court system and the criminal justice system in America. The biggest news we've gotten since President Trump has been elected on November 5th. Starting with our Cash Money G case, this took everybody by surprise. This was issued late last night by the Court of Appeals. You can see it's just a one-page issuing ruling. The Court of Appeals hereby passes the following order, November 18th, 2024. The oral argument scheduled to take place on December 5th, 2024 at 10:30 a.m. is hereby canceled until further order of this court. Now, just to give you a little bit of context here, this was the disqualification hearing that Judge Pussycat McAfee issued that ruling way back. I can't even remember how far back. It was months ago, where he said it's either you, Cash Money G, or your special prosecutor, Nathan American Pie Wade, needs to go. And then Cash Money G's not going anywhere. And then Nathan Wade immediately resigned right after that. And then Steve Sadow, the pit bull, who I'm in talks with right now, went to the appellate court and appealed because there was enough information, enough language that Judge McAfee left in his ruling, the odor of mendacity, to appeal this. And then the appellate judges decided to hear the case. They awarded them, they won. And they essentially, the appeals court said, we will listen to this, we will hear this, we will allow you guys to give your case and present your case orally. But this is the latest in this disqualification hearing, and I can't, it is not lost upon me. I can't say this is not interestingly coincidental to Donald Trump winning a second term as the 47th president of the United States, the people's choice, the people have spoken on November 5th. This came as a complete shock. I'm in talks with the principals involved in this case. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. It could mean a few things. It could mean that the judges have enough information in the briefs that were filed. It could also mean that this is the absolute end of this case, and Fani Willis is for sure being disqualified, or they may dismiss the case entirely without the need, given the fact that President Trump has immunity now that he is president-elect and soon to be inaugurated on January 20th. So even if this appeal did take place on December 5th, the court would go through a rigmarole of, judgments, rulings, proceedings, red tape, bureaucracy. And by that time, the president would be inaugurated. He would be the 47th president of the United States. And I think that this would actually become completely moot because it is completely abundantly clear that this is all lawfare. The only reason, remember, I told you guys to bookmark this. I talked about this so long ago. I said, trust me, bank on it. I'll put my house on it. If Trump gets reelected, all of these cases are going to fall by the wayside because it wasn't about justice. It wasn't for the people, as Cash Money G keeps claiming. It wasn't about, making sure that they're held accountable. No. It had nothing to do with that. They had one motive, they had one incentive, and they had one mission: to stop Trump. It all backfired. He got convicted in this sham hush money trial, 34 felony counts. It all backfired. He got massive donations. His popularity and approval ratings went up the roof because the American people are not stupid, and they're sick and tired of all this BS. They're sick and tired of this weaponization, this banana republic democracy tactics of going after your political opponents. They're sick and tired of it. So my final summation on this, it's bad boogie. Way bad boogie for our girl Cash Money G. It cannot bode well for her, and this is a huge win, in my opinion, for Trump. I do find it a bit shocking that they issued this without any reasoning, any justification, without any context whatsoever. Again, I'm in talks with the principals involved in this case, and they've all said, we have no idea what this means. So I am giving you my assessment. I am not a legal expert by any means, but I'm giving you my assessment after following this trial for months, for years. And I'm telling you right now, this does not bode well for Cash Money G. It's all over. Hasta la pasta. President Trump won. Your mission of impeding and blockading him failed miserably. Ashley Merchant, who is one of the lawyers defending one of the defendants in this Fani Willis case, who has been a prominent figure in these proceedings, in the YSL RICO case, and just in Georgia in general. And we've had her on our show. We love Ashley Merchant. You can see here, she said, quote, it's not something you normally see. She says they could reschedule it. It could mean they don't need to hear oral arguments and can decide it on the merits. So this is really interesting to get her perspective on this. I would love to get your thoughts on this. So let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is a good thing for Cash Money G, a bad thing for Fani Willis, a good thing for Trump, bad thing for Trump? Do you think it's a little bit conspicuous and strange that there was no reasoning behind this order? Let me know. I can't wait to read your comments on this. And then, my fellow Americans, Nez Nation, let's get to Judge Fake Don Juan Merchan adjourning the Trump hush money trial sentencing indefinitely. This, to me, is the most resounding example of everything that I've been talking about: the lawfare, the injustice, the weaponization of the DOJ, and the illegal pursuit of political opponents. And again, it just confirms that their only mission, my fellow Americans, is kind of scary, actually, dangerously, alarmingly scary, that these guys have just won. It is so apparent now. The transparency now is so visible. These guys only had one idea. They only had one mission, and that was literally to stop Trump. But it all failed. There is no other reason why fake Don Juan Merchan would be adjourning and postponing this sentencing other than the fact that he won. We lost. We were hoping Kamala won. If Kamala won, we can sentence him. But we can't now because he is president. He's going to win. He can pardon himself. It's atrocious. It's abysmal. It is completely absurd to continue this charade. And this is just another huge W for Trump. It's a huge win for the American people because we all knew it. I was reporting on this day and night. We all knew this was a sham trial. And now we have living proof. Why else would he be so afraid to pull the trigger? Why else would he continue to postpone, continue to play, as Jonathan Turley, legal expert, says, continue to play Hamlet, dying by 1,000 paper cuts, afraid to actually pull the trigger, to be or not to be? He is done. He's toast. He does not want to be the first judge in history to sentence an American president unlawfully. He's stupid. He's dumb. He's vapid. He's vacuous. But I give him a little bit of credit. He's not as dumb as I thought he was. Can't wait to get your thoughts on this one. We were covering this trial since day one. We were the ones who were saying that porn star Stormy Daniels' testimony was completely, atrociously false. We were the ones who were shocked that Michael Cohen literally admitted on the stand. That was their star witness. Their star witness was a known convicted liar and perjurer. We were shocked that they even took anything he said seriously. And then you look at the jury instructions where it didn't need to be unanimous. I mean, it was every single arrow was pointing towards lawfare, towards the weaponization of the DOJ, towards the weaponization of the criminal justice system. This was the most egregious miscarriage of justice in American history. And now we finally get our retribution, my fellow Americans. Your voice was heard loud and clear on November 5th. And they have no choice. You can tell with much trepidation, with much depression and sadness and reluctance, they have to give up these cases one by one because the people have spoken. We're not buying into your BS. Really, the big winner here, and not to pat myself on the back, is independent media. independent media channels that are not connected or affiliated with Pfizer and sworn puppets to the ad world, but independent media like channels like myself, viewers like you who are willing to watch the real citizen reporting, real subject matter experts. I tell you a million times, I do my own due diligence, my own qualitative, quantitative research. The corrupt, fake propagandist media have lost resoundingly. And if it wasn't for independent media and other channels like this one, you guys wouldn't be getting the truth. So I applaud you. I give you all the praise. We did it. We're getting our country back. And all of these fake arbiters, the gatekeepers, the elitists who are looking down from their nose saying, you guys don't know what you want. We know what you want. We'll tell you how to feel. You don't need to tell us how to feel. They're losing big. And it is beautiful, delicious. And I just want to give you a big thank you from the bottom of my heart. I will give you my assessment. It's pretty much been consistent since day one. Judge Fake Don Juan Merchan will eventually dismiss this. If not, the appellate courts will dismiss this. Fani Willis, done. Jack Smith, already done. Letitia Big Shame James, done. Alvin Do Nothing Bragg, done. All of these cases were shams. All of these cases were a pertinent demonstration of lawfare. It's all over. It's not going to come to see the light of day of court. Trump is not going to get sentenced. Nothing's going to happen to him. He is the president. He is the people's choice, and the people's voice has been heard. I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments down below. And by the way, let me know, even if you oppose this, if you have opposing views, I listen to all viewpoints. This channel is not about right or left. I'm not right or left. I'm more constitutional centrist if I had to define myself. I love the values, principles, and ethics bestowed upon the Constitution of the United States of America by our framers, our forefathers. I love America. So I want to hear from you. Even if you have an opposing view, let me know. If it's constructive, if it's pregnant with critical thought, I will listen to it. Ad hominem, personal attacks, or links, they all go to spam. I don't even see them. So you get banned, you're done. But if you have something constructive to say, I want my comment section to be alive, engaging, fraught with real, engaging, thoughtful, intelligent discourse and debate. That's what I want. So feel free to leave a comment, and I will listen to you as long as it's something worthy of being listened to. Don't forget to sign up, by the way, for our free newsletter, because a lot of these platforms, even though you're subscribed, you follow, you turn on the bell notification, turn on all notifications, you don't get alerted. Your sure-proof way of always being in the know is to sign up for our free newsletter. It's free. You just click on that link in the pinned comment, show notes, and description, and literally you click on free newsletter, give us your best email, bada boom, bada bing. You're in. You're in Nez Nation Insider, the greatest community on planet Earth. It takes you less than a nanosecond. Do it. Tap that thumbs up, share this with everybody. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, especially this one. You missed this one yesterday. It didn't get a lot of views. Make sure you go check that one out. Tap my face to subscribe and follow. It's free. And as always, may God bless you, and may God bless the USA. We're back.